Hello students, welcome to RD Chemistry. In this video, I'll explain synopsis and questions on the ionic bond. Shall we start now? Ionic bond is also called as the electrovalent bond. Is also known as the electrovalent bond. Now, what is the meaning of ionic bond? It is the electrostatic force of attraction between oppositely charged ions. What are the oppositely charged ions? Cation and anion. Whenever charges are there, attraction between them is called as the electrostatic force of attraction. Electrostatic refers to the charges here. Okay, refers to the charges. Ionic bond was proposed by Cosell. Also, ionic bond is formed by transfer of electrons from one atom to the another atom. Let me take a sodium chloride formation. You know that sodium is positively charged, chloride is negatively charged. Let me take a sodium atom. What is the atomic number? 11, correct? So, we have got 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. This is the valence shell. In the valence shell, how many valence electrons are there? 1 is there. In the previous shell, how many electrons are there? 8 electrons are there. Let me take a chlorine atom. Chlorine atomic number is 17, correct? So it is a 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, correct? Then 3s2 and 3p5, correct? Valence shell, how many electrons are there? 7 are there, correct? It has to transfer electrons, correct? Now, one electron can be transferred to valence shell of the which one? Chlorine atom. Therefore, in the previous shell of the sodium, we'll have 8 electrons. Then the outermost shell of the chlorine will have the 8 electron, correct? So, sodium has to lose 1 electron, therefore plus 1 charge. Chlorine will gain 1 electron, minus 1 charge. Therefore, in the outermost shell of each sodium ion and the chloride ion, there are 8 electrons and 8 electrons. Therefore, octet is complete. Okay. Number of electrons gained or lost by the atom in the formation of the ionic bond is called the electrovalency. So, what is the electrovalency of sodium? 1 plus 1. What is the electrovalency of chloride? 1. That is minus 1. Ionic bond is non-directional. What do you mean a directional bond? Directional bond mean whether they are tetrahedral or octahedral. But for ionic compounds, we do not have these structures. Only electrons are lost and electrons are gained. So there is no geometry for ionic compound. Okay. Now, what are the factors or the favorable conditions for the formation of the ionic bond? And those rules are called as the Fagens's rules. According to Fagens's rule, there should be small charge ions and larger cations and smaller anions. Okay, let me take a sodium plus 1 charge, magnesium plus 2 charge, correct? Plus 1 charge is smaller compared to plus 2 charge. Which is more ionic? Sodium plus is more of ionic. It can form more of ionic compound. Which means magnesium 2 plus can form less of ionic compound or more of covalent. Okay, or more of covalent nature. Correct? Yes. When the charges are different. Now let me take here larger cation. Let me take the same charge. Okay. Let me take a sodium plus 1. Sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium. All these are alkali metal. Down the group, atomic size increases and ionic size also increases. That means cesium plus 1 is the largest in size. That means cesium can form more of ionic compound. More ionic compounds. What about the small anions? Small anions. Let me take a fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Down the group size increases. Fluorine takes 1 electron, minus 1. Chloride minus 1, bromide minus 1, iodide minus 1. But which one can easily receive electrons, extra electron? Fluorine atom, small size. So therefore small size, okay, easily favor the formation of the ionic compound, more ionic compound. Okay. Remember, larger size atoms can easily lose electron to form cations. Small size small size atom easily gains electron to form anions. Okay. Next one. Favorable condition for the formation of the ionic bond. Same thing. Repeated. But some extra points. Now for cations. Okay. Summary now. Large size. Low ionization potential of atoms. Which means they should lose electron easily. When the atom is larger, they will lose electrons easily. And charge should be small. For anions, they should have the small size, high electron affinity. That means they have tendency to gain electron easily, and charge should be small. Okay. The very important point is very high lattice energy. What is the meaning lattice energy or lattice enthalpy? It is also called as the lattice enthalpy. Okay. Let me take sodium chloride, the ionic compound. Let me take 1 mole and sodium chloride is solid state. Now what I do is I'll supply some energy and I'll separate this cation and anion in the gaseous state. So the amount of energy required to break or to separate 1 mole of the solid ionic compound, ionic crystal into gaseous cation and anion. That energy is called as the lattice enthalpy or lattice energy. Clear? Right? Now, when there is attraction between sodium and chloride is very high, when the attraction is a larger attraction, they are they can form stronger bond. Therefore, lattice energy also increases. So what is the lattice energy? Lattice energy actually is a measure of attraction between the ion, cation and anion. As the attraction between cation and anion increases, lattice energy also increases, strength of the ionic bond also increases. Okay. Also, they are inversely proportional to size of the ion. Size of ion. When the size of the ion goes on decreases, atoms or ion come closer, lattice enthalpy also increases. Now how to calculate a lattice enthalpy? Lattice enthalpy directly proportional to charge on the cation into charge on the anion Q1 and Q2 divided by distance between the two nuclei, cation and anion nuclei. Okay. Remember here, when the charges goes on increases, lattice enthalpy increases, or distance between the two centers decreases, lattice enthalpy also increases. Okay. Last point. Larger difference in electronegativity between two atoms. Suppose electronegative difference is more than 1.7, they form more of ionic compound. Okay. If it is less than 1.7, they are more of covalent compounds. Clear? Question number 1. Cation, anion in a crystal form following type of compound. Very simple. Whenever there is a cation anion, it is opposite charge particle. Therefore, there always exists a ionic bond. First one is the answer. Right? Question number 2. Which of the following pairs will form most stable ionic compound? Stability will increases when the strength of the ionic bond increases. Strength of the ionic bond directly proportional to the lattice enthalpy, lattice energy. What is lattice enthalpy? Is also directly proportional to force of attraction. Okay, attraction between the cation and the anion. Correct. So lattice enthalpy is directly proportional to force of attraction or inversely proportional to size of the ion. Correct. Size of the ion. When the size of the ion goes on decreases, lattice enthalpy increases. Let me take a sodium, magnesium, lithium and sodium. You know that lithium is alkali metal. Sodium is a alkali metal. Correct? After lithium comes magnesium. Correct? Along the period, size decreases. So magnesium is the smallest size here. Down the group size increases. Sodium is the largest size. So in this series here, which is smallest size? Magnesium is the smallest in size. Yeah, we have selected now cation because magnesium can form magnesium 2 plus. Correct? Right? Then there is a fluorine. So we have got only fluorine. Then we have got chlorine. Okay, only 12. Down the group size increases. Which is the smallest now? Fluorine is the smallest one now. So it can form fluoride ion. So magnesium fluoride is more of ionic compound. Okay. So stability depends on Remember, stability depends on the lattice enthalpy, and lattice enthalpy is inversely proportional to the size of the ions. Clear? Right? Also, remember, lattice enthalpy is directly proportional to Q1 into Q2 divided by R square. Yeah, Q1 is the charge on the cation. Charge is same everywhere, right? Lithium plus 1, lithium plus 1, sodium plus 1, but magnesium plus 2. Okay, plus 2. As the charge increases, lattice enthalpy also increases. But for fluoride, chloride, and all, charge is same. Divided by R square. Distance between the two centers. When the size of the atoms are smaller, distance between the two centers decreases, lattice enthalpy increases. So what is the answer? Answer is magnesium fluoride. Second one is the answer. Correct? Question number 2. The strongest bond is in, okay, cesium fluoride. You know that cesium plus 1, fluoride minus 1, sodium plus 1, and chloride minus 1. Charges are same. When charges are same, go for Paget's rule. Go for Paget's rule. What is Paget's rule? For Paget's rule, size of cation should be larger. Size of cation should be larger. And size of anion should be smaller. Okay, size is smaller. Now we have got sodium. Okay, and we have got cesium in the same group, alkyl metal. Which size is larger? Cesium is larger size. Similar, take a fluorine, chlorine. Down the group size increases. Which is the smallest? Fluorine is the smallest. Cesium can form cation and fluorine can form anion, minus 1 charge. So answer is the cesium fluoride here according to Paget's rule. Clear? Question number 4. Among the following, which compound will show highest lattice enthalpy? Lattice enthalpy is directly proportional to charge on the cation into charge on the anion divided by distance between the two nuclei. So charge is same everywhere here. Plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1 everywhere. Correct? You can see that. Right? Plus 1, minus 1. Okay. This is same. Doesn't make any difference. So inversely proportional to distance between the two centers, or lattice enthalpy is inversely proportional to size of the ions. Size of ions. When the size of the ions goes on decreases, lattice enthalpy increases. Fluorine is common everywhere, or fluoride is common everywhere. So go for cations. So we have got sodium plus 1, potassium plus 1, cesium plus 1, and rubidium plus 1 in the group. Correct? So which is the small size one? Sodium is the smallest one. Correct? So sodium fluoride has got the lattice energy very high. So answer is option number 2. Clear? Question number 5. Calcium oxide and sodium chloride have same crystal structure and approximately same ionic radii. Okay? Same ionic radii. If U is the lattice energy of sodium chloride, approximate lattice energy of the calcium oxide is. So let me take a sodium plus 1, chloride minus 1, correct? Calcium plus 2 charge, oxide also minus 2 charge, correct? That's why plus 2 minus 2 get cancelled. That's why I write a calcium oxide formula like this. Lattice enthalpy is directly proportional to cationic charge into anionic charge divided by distance between the two centers, cationic and anionic centers. Right? Clear? Now they are given same ionic radii. When the ionic radius is small, same. Okay? So we can neglect this term. Okay? That doesn't make any difference. Or lattice enthalpy directly proportional to Q1 into Q2 when the R is same. Distance between the two centers are same. So let me take for sodium chloride. If I write for sodium chloride, lattice enthalpy, charge is plus 1. Okay? And this is a minus 1, anion, chloride. Okay? For calculation, we don't take minus, we take a charge plus 1 and 1 only. So it is equal to 1 unit. It is equal to 1 unit. Proportional to 1 unit. Okay? 1 into 1. And they are given, if U is the lattice energy, let the lattice energy of sodium chloride be equal to 1 unit. Okay? That is a U. Okay? Lattice energy. We'll go for the calcium oxide. Lattice enthalpy of calcium oxide is proportional to cationic charge 2, anionic charge 2. So we'll neglect that signs there, plus or minus. Okay. So we'll take only the magnitude. So directly proportional to 4. Okay. 1 unit is equal to in lattice energy U. 4 units are equal to 4U. Correct. So how many times it is? 4 times. So what is the option number? Fourth one is the answer. Clear? Like the videos, share the videos. Don't forget to subscribe RD Chemistry. Also write comments. Thank you for watching.